Hello, and welcome to the International Student Orientation here at the University of Idaho. The IPO staff is so excited that you are here, and we appreciate your participation in this online orientation. Today we have some important immigration information to share with you regarding your F or J-1 visa status. If you have any questions after viewing this presentation, please make sure to schedule an appointment with your International Services Advisor at the IPO. While studying here in the United States, it is very important that you maintain your F or J student visa status. Your status relates to the purpose or the reason for why you wanted to come to the United States. The U.S. government issued your visa based on your intended purpose to be a full-time student. Failure to maintain your status could result in serious consequences, including SEVIS record termination. In most cases, the termination of your SEVIS record means that you must make plans to immediately depart from the United States. Although it is your responsibility to understand and maintain your F or J student visa status, the IPO staff is here to help. Please make sure to maintain contact with your advisor at our office, ask questions, and read your U of I email regularly to ensure that you stay in status. The first important step in maintaining your status is to attend the International Student Orientation. The next step is to complete all of the arrival on-campus tasks in your iVandal account. The next step in maintaining your status is to pursue a full course of study during the academic year. Students must attend the school listed on their Form I-20 or DS 2019. A full course of study for undergrad students is 12 credits a semester. For grad students, you must be enrolled in at least 9 credit hours per semester. And for ALCP students, you must register for at least 18 credits per semester. Full-time enrollment is not required during this summer semester unless you are a new student beginning your program during the summer term. There are some exceptions to this rule. However, you must request a reduced course load and receive approval from your IPO advisor before dropping below the full-time requirement. While studying in the United States, both F and J students must remain in good academic standing and adhere to the Student Code of Conduct. Students must make normal progress towards the completion of their academic program and maintain a certain grade point average or GPA. You can be put on probation if you drop below a certain GPA. For example, graduate students, you must maintain at least a 3.0 GPA. Undergraduate students must maintain at least a 2.0 GPA. If you fall below a 1.0 GPA in your first semester at the University of Idaho, you will be automatically disqualified from enrolling in the following semester. If you are unable to enroll due to poor academic status or for violating the university's Student Code of Conduct, your visa status may be terminated for failure to enroll. It is very important that if you are falling behind in your classes, that you reach out to your professors or the academic resources available to you on campus. International students are responsible for reporting any changes to the IPO through their iVandal account within 10 days of the change. These changes include, but are not limited to, a local address change, phone number, email, or name change, a change in your academic program, for example, change of major, change of degree level, adding a second major, graduating early, filing for an extension, or if you plan to transfer to another school. If you have any changes to your financial records, including the source of funding, your financial guarantee, etc., you must make those changes in iVandal within 10 days of the change. This next rule of maintaining your status may be one of the most important. Please do not accept off-campus employment without receiving prior authorization from the IPO. Working without authorization can negatively impact your immigration status. If you are found to be working off-campus illegally, the IPO is required to terminate your SEVIS record. If you have any questions about work authorization, talk to your International Programs Officer before working. F1 and J-1 students are allowed to work on campus. However, there are some limitations. Students are limited to 20 hours per week on campus employment while school is in session. During the academic breaks, like the summer or the winter break, it is okay to work full-time on campus. F1 students do not require special authorization to work on campus. However, a social security number is required, so if you do not already have an SSN, you will need to apply for one with the IPO's assistance. J-1 students do require authorization from their sponsoring agency before beginning on-campus or off-campus work. If the University of Idaho has issued your DS 2019, please contact your International Services Advisor for work authorization before you begin work. F1 students may qualify for off-campus employment. There are two different off-campus employment opportunities available to F1 students. The first is Curricular Practical Training, or CPT. This employment opportunity is for enrolled F1 students that wish to participate in off-campus internships or practicums that are related to their field of study. F1 students qualify for this type of work authorization after they have been enrolled in at least 2 full-time semesters. CPT does require that the student be enrolled in at least 1 credit related to their field of study. This can be like an internship credit or a co-op or practicum credit. Authorization must be requested in iVandel, and the IPO must approve the authorization before the student begins working in their off-campus internship. The next opportunity is Optional Practical Training, or OPT. OPT is for students preparing for work authorization after graduation. The employment must be related to the student's field of study, and students are not qualified or eligible for OPT until they've been enrolled at least 2 full-time semesters. This authorization must be approved by USCIS. Students in eligible STEM majors may apply for a 24-month extension. More information about CPT and OPT are offered in online workshops on the IPO website. J-1 students that wish to work off-campus must apply for academic training before they begin working. Academic training is an internship or practicum opportunity that is related to the student's field of study. This type of authorization must be authorized by the sponsoring agency or IPO. Contact your IPO advisor for more information about academic training. International students must maintain a valid passport at all times. Your passport should be valid for at least 6 months into the future. If your passport will expire, you will need to contact your government or embassy to renew your passport. F1 students must maintain an unexpired I-20 at all times. J-1 students must maintain their DS 2019. These 2 documents expire. Please note the program end date listed on your I-20 or DS 2019. If you need more time to study, you will need to request an extension in iVandel before the expiration. Please also make sure that your name is spelled correctly and the program of study information is up to date. If any of the information on this document changes at any time, for instance, if you change your major or your education level, the I-20 and the DS 2019 must reflect that change. The next important document I'd like to discuss is your U.S. visa. This document can expire while you're in the United States. However, if you choose to travel internationally, you will need to make sure your visa is valid at the time of re-entry. If your visa expires while you're outside of the United States, you will need to make arrangements to renew your visa. Renewing your visa can take a long time, so the IPO recommends that you only renew your visa during extended academic breaks, like the summer vacation. We also recommend that you only renew your visa in your home country. This is because you take priority in your home country and you have family and friends that you can stay with while you're outside of the country on an extended break. The next thing to consider when maintaining your visa status is international travel. If you plan to travel internationally during the summer or winter break, you must remember to request a travel signature in iVandel before you depart. Travel signatures can be requested under the Student Services tab in iVandel. I recommend that you request the signature at least 2 weeks before your departure. When traveling, please remember the following documents and carry them in your carry-on luggage on the airplane. You will need the following documents to re-enter the port of entry into the United States: a valid passport, a valid F-1 or J-1 visa. This visa is not applicable to Canadian citizens. A valid travel signature on your I-20 or DS 2019. These signatures are valid for up to 1 year, unless working on OPT, then they are valid for 6 months. It is also recommended that you carry proof of financial support. These are copies of financials that are mentioned on your I-20 or DS 2019. It is also recommended that you carry a proof of U of I enrollment, such as your unofficial transcript. You can find your unofficial transcript in Vandal Web. Upon returning to the United States after international travel, remember to upload a copy of your I-94 arrival departure record in iVandel. The I-94 can be found online at the address listed here. You may also have been issued a paper I-94 in your passport. This is most common with Canadian citizens. If you have any questions about maintaining your U.S. visa status and would like to meet with an international services advisor, you may schedule your appointment with them in VandalStar. Students with last names beginning with the letter A or B, your international services advisor is Adriana Otakotner. Students with last names that begin with the letters C through Z, your international services advisor is Brittany Sonnenberg. We are located in the International Programs Office, or the IPO, in Living Learning Community number 3, Sage. Our office is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and we are closed on the weekends and university holidays. Again, if you wish to meet with us, you must schedule your appointment in advance in VandalStar. We are available in person and via Zoom. During the COVID-19 pandemic, it is preferred that you try to schedule your appointment with an advisor via Zoom. Please do not hesitate to reach out to our team if you have any questions. Again, welcome to the University of Idaho, and go Vandals!